It's often called America's freight train. Reading and Northern's North Reading Fast Freight, symbol the NRFF, has become one of the most popular attractions in the Northeast. Rail enthusiasts growing weary of the endless parade of Class 1 wide cabs revel in a mainline time freight hauled by a variety of standard cab, old school EMD power including SD40-2s and SD50s, with units repainted into a unique fast freight livery for this and other R&N timed freight services. The NRFF is the product of the Reading and Northern's owner, whose vision was to own a contiguous mainline railroad between Reading and Scranton. He's grown the railroad into one of the largest privately owned railroads in the country, which now handles freight and excursion train riders. One-off liveried 5018 poses in Jim Thorpe during one of the many railroad-sponsored special events. The short-lived paint scheme eventually gave way to the black and gray that we see today, which is more in line with the look of its recently acquired former Norfolk Southern Executive F units, what many refer to as the Marlboro paint scheme due to its similarity to the cigarette box. The NRFF has captured the imagination of railroad industry watchers, rail fans, and photographers for its precise, scheduled operation over the R&N's main line between Reading, Pennsylvania and Pittston, Pennsylvania. Previously, the railroad moved freight between its Reading and Lehigh divisions with the daytime North Reading to Jim Thorpe turn. Cars that were destined for points on the Lehigh division were staged in Jim Thorpe Yard or between Jim Thorpe and Packerton Junction. A nocturnal Pittston to Lehighton crew swapped blocks in the Packerton-Jim Thorpe area. The completion of the new bridge over the Lehigh River between Jim Thorpe Junction and River Junction in October of 2021 formed a Y that enabled a direct run from Reading to Pittston without the side trip to Jim Thorpe, thus beginning the era and the operation of the North Reading Fast Freight. But the NRFF is more than just a rail fan attraction. It's all business as a single crew makes a 10-hour non-stop run from North Reading Yard to Pittston and returns 6 days a week, Saturday being the exception, operating on a published schedule where plus or minus 5 minutes defines the on time for this train. This is the true definition of precision scheduled railroading. Maybe the Class 1s will figure that out someday. At 1:30 p.m., a crew marks up at the tower at R&N's Reading Outer Station along Route 61 in Muhlenberg Township. 44 minutes later, they're on the road, their train having been assembled and made ready by the North Reading Yard crew, the YJ NR1. The consist is a mix of insulated boxcars for the Kane warehouse on the R&N Scranton branch in the Stouffer Industrial Park, covered hoppers of plastic pellets for various consignees, boxcars for the Procter & Gamble plant in Mahoopany, lumber, and other miscellaneous commodities for the Scranton-Wilkes-Barre region. The train's length can vary significantly depending upon the inbound deliveries from the Norfolk Southern in Reading. But regardless of its size, it's soon up to 50 miles per hour for the sprint north from Tuckerton, Pennsylvania to Hamburg, Pennsylvania. The crew's on-duty time at the outer station was pushed back to 1:30 p.m. to enable growing interchange traffic from NS at Spring Street Yard in downtown Reading to get sorted out in R&N's North Reading Yard. After the NRFF cars are drilled out, the NRFF crew runs them non-stop to Pittston, departing North Reading Yard in Muhlenberg Township at around 2:14 p.m.